your final lesson of this level. The topic in this lesson we could have already discussed in the first lesson of level 1, but we couldn't have discussed it to the extent that we would like to. So if you're doing Kum Nyé well, what are some of the signs of that? Well, one is you have an abundance of energy. 2 is you're flexible. You can bounce back easier. But the real characteristic of doing Kum Nyé well is that your ability to participate is natural, genuine. So you're participating and you are responding. There's nothing in between. You don't have too many hurdles, too many reservations or holding back. You don't have to follow rules and dogmas and reminders and you should not do this and you should do that. It's all, your whole being is active and alive, and it is your awareness that directs you and your energy that makes things happen. So your participation is important. It's difficult. In Kum Nyé we have 3 levels of relaxation. The first is sensations and feelings. The second one is where you become aware that you are holding. There's something holding in your experience. In psychological terms, that holding is actually your shadow side. So if you don't enter that, there's something ruling you over which you have no control, and you might not even know what it is. So energetically speaking, it's a holding. Psychologically, it is more your dark side, your shadow side. Shadow because you don't know what it is, but yet you respond in a way that you don't even want to respond. Like something like little demons inside that make you say or do things that surprise you. You're suddenly very upset. And why am I so upset? There's no big deal. Something is really hidden in the catacombs of your being or something like that. Anyway, that's the second level. And the third level of Kum Nyé is where the holding is released. And actually, I find in retreats that some people become very tired in the retreat. And that's because that holding of that energy was so exhausting. It could have taken years already, maybe already generations, wherein the family is holding a certain aspect of experience. Like that's something you don't talk about. That's something that you don't feel about. That's something that we forget about. You know, that becomes a holding in the body. So when you begin to release, you could be euphoric, you can have tears, you can say, ah, or you can become very tired of all the holding you have done for so long. So the second level is really important in Kum Nyé. But the third level is where that holding isn't there. We call it integration. And people wonder, well, what does that mean? Am I not there anymore? Well, that's a way of talking that the I is not there. But of course, you are there. There's awareness, there's intelligence, there's participation, there's uniqueness. You are very much there. But there's not an I through which all experience is being channeled. So I in Kum Nyé is always the characteristic of duality. So when there's a separation between the upper part and your lower body, then there's an I as a result of that needs to deal with that or has different thoughts and different feelings. Once the energy is integrated, there's still the unique self, but there's not an I who is controlling, that there's a duality. So how can you make the duality within your experience lessen? In Kum Nyé, you go into the posture. It is as if your thinking mind goes totally into the posture and expresses itself to the extent that the mind is the body. You look at the mind, you can see it in a dancer maybe easy, or in somebody who's really helping with extinguishing fires, or somebody who's really into what they're doing. There's no body and a separate mind, right? If you're talking with somebody who has a separate thought from the body, you can see they're thinking about something while you talk. So now that thinking goes down into the body, and the whole mind is in the body, and it seems as if you have no more specific mind. Your mind, there's intelligence, there's awareness, but it's really body that has incorporated awareness. That's where we want to go. How do you do that? You go in, you exaggerate, you express, you overdo it a little bit, so you break these borders. But for me personally, what made a big difference is that I start to own Kum Nyé. I want to be Kum Nyé. I want to carry Kum Nyé. I'm responsible for Kum Nyé. Maybe you don't like any of those words, so you do your words. It's not like my Kum Nyé, it is your Kum Nyé and your Kum Nyé and your Kum Nyé. It's everybody's Kum Nyé. But if we carry Kum Nyé, then Kum Nyé will be going out to other people and will continue. So as soon as you own it, whether it is in sports or on stage or in writing or in being with your children or in work, you own it. I don't know if you like that word, but you're in it. It's yours. Nothing like selfish at all. It is something completely. The soccer player or the tennis player is completely in it. She is tennising. He is playing soccer. He is soccering, you might say. He's footballing. So you want to do Kum Nyé where you're Kum Nyéing. There's no you doing the Kum Nyé. There's just Kum Nyé. The body expresses the positive. The feelings flow. There's Kum Nyéing going on. And of course, your body will manifest it. You're vibrant. You're alive. You have warm cheeks. You're in. That's what Kum Nyé is about. Learning to be in through the body. I hope you enjoy this lesson and that level 3 has been good to you. Good luck.